Hi, I'm Peta Garside. I'm a co-director for One Great Night on Earth, and very soon I'll be coming on board as Foundation Manager for Fine Green Paddock, and I can't wait.
And I'm Sean Bridger, I'm a social media strategist and also co-director of One Great Night on Earth.
It's a kind of eerie feeling because it is a polar opposite day of what it was 2 years ago. It's misty, I don't know if you can see it in the background. It's been bucketing down with rain. They've had over 100 mils in I think about 12 hours, and it is eerie up here. And I think given the time is the timing as well, I think the locals are a little bit, and I think it's pretty raw for them still. And I feel quite honestly like I'm intruding a little bit, but I'd like for them to know that we're not media. We're here. We're on their side, and we're here for them.
Yeah, we're here to make a difference, and I think coming up here today, you actually get a feeling of, coming through up the mountain. You see all the charred trees, and you think, 2 years ago this was all, this was all in flames, and now coming up here today and it's all flooded. It just goes to show that you don't know what Mother Nature's going to bring out next, and it's why it's so important that we put this together, because there's so many people up here that are still in need.
Absolutely. I mean, Australians are incredibly generous at the best of times, but when something happens in our own backyard, I think they really come to the fore, and they, oh God, it sounds so cliched, but they do. They dig incredibly deep, and it's often those people who can afford it least who give absolutely everything they possibly can to help out. And I think, as you mentioned, with the floods and everything that happened in Queensland and the cyclone in the last sort of 48, 72 hours, and now the tax, which I think is actually inevitable now, that the federal government are going to impose, I think it will have an impact on the ability, I think, for Australians to be as generous as they have been in the past. And so I think that's why what we're doing is different and overdue and desperately needed.
Yeah, I think the problem that we're going to face more and more is that, with all the disasters that keep happening, people are going to, as bad as it is to say, with the tax that's been imposed and the amount of disasters that happen, less and less people are going to be giving, because they're going to be saying, well, I'm going to get taxed anyway.
Exactly.
And what we're trying to do is give them back something for their donation. 100% of ticket sales goes towards the charity, which is given back to people who have been affected by environmental crisis. And One Great Night on Earth being, an amazing rock music event where people can get a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Yep. And know that their money is going towards a good cause is just, it's just an amazing initiative.
Oh, it's outstanding. And 100% of those ticket sales, so no administration costs or anything like that, 100%, which I think is quite possibly a first.
And so what we want to do is, have a charity that's, in Australia for Australians. Yep. And that's, it's something that's long overdue. And, it's not only people, be giving money, but they'll also know where those funds are going to be distributed. And that's one of the big problems that a lot of people face, is that they give their money to, say, some sort of charity, but they don't really know what happens with their money, where it goes. And we want to sort of be a lot more transparent on where the funds are and how they're allocated.
Yeah.